Hi, I'm Rosanna from Moara Crochet, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this Crochet Granny Square, which has a crochet flower motif in the center. If you'd like to turn your Crochet Granny Square into this scarf, please go to the link below, and there is a link to my blog which will give you further instructions on how to connect your motifs and then how to add this trim. So let's get started. To make your Crochet Granny Square, what I have used is a 3mm crochet hook, and also I've used some, I'd say this is worsted weight yarn. I've used cotton here, and this is from Circular, and they make a range called amigurumi, which happens to be just about a double knit. So I'm using it for today's purposes because it's cotton and it's easy to see your stitches. So let's start with row 1. So to start with, I'm going to use the cream yarn, and what you're going to need to do is make a magic circle. So I will show you how to do that now. So get the end of your yarn and put the tail over your first 2 fingers, like this. Wrap your yarn over your fingers until you make a cross. So there's my cross at the top. You can see. Okay, get your hook and just slip it under the first loop and pull your second loop through. Now you're going to gently remove your fingers, and there is your magic circle. So for our first stitch, we're going to chain 4, and that is going to count as 1 double crochet and a chain space. So that's my first stitch. Now to complete this first row, you're going to do 8 double crochet chain 1 within your magic circle. So the first 4 chains is classed as our first one. So in actual fact, I've got 7 more to do. So here's my double crochet, chain 1. So now I'll do 6 more of these, and I'll slip stitch into my 3rd chain and fasten off, and that will be row 1 complete. So here's my row 1 complete. I've got 8 double crochets and 1 chain all the way around to complete my first row. If you want to change colors, you cut off and fasten off like I have done. If not, you can keep with the same yarn, it's not a problem. Okay, so for round 2, I'm going to pick up my yarn, my new color, through one of the gaps. So I'm going to put my hook in, collect my new color yarn, which is going to be this terracotta, and pull it through. And I'm going to chain 4, and this is going to be classed as 1 treble crochet. So there's 2, 3, 4. So in this stitch, I'm going to do a 5 treble crochet puff stitch. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So imagine this is your first one already done. So I'm going to wrap my yarn over twice on my hook into the hole, the same hole or chain space, yarn through, and once more. So it's 3 times through. So now I've got 2 stitches within that space. So I'm going to repeat that now until I have 5 stitches all together. So yarn over twice, yarn through, pull my yarn through again, and 1 more. Okay, that's the 3rd, now the 4th, and now the 5th. Okay, so now I've got five stitches within one chain space. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove my hook from the last stitch and insert it into my first stitch. And I'm going to pick up the loop and just pull it all the way through. And there is my puff stitch. So I'm going to chain 3, and I'll do the same in every stitch now. So what you'll do is yarn over twice into the next chain space. So you're missing the double crochet stitch. So this is my first. Second. Third. Fourth. And fifth. So there I go. There's my 5 stitches within one space. I'm going to remove my hook, insert it into the first stitch, collect the loop and pull it all the way through and chain 3. So now I've got 2 puff stitches. So continue this pattern all the way around. So I'll have 6 more in total, and slip stitch into the top of your first stitch and fasten off, and in total you will have 8 puff stitches. So here is my row 2 finished. I've got my 8 puff stitches. Now I'm going to change colour once more. So I'm going to pick up my cream yarn To attach your yarn for the next row, which is row 3, you're going to insert your hook into any chain 3 space. So I'm going to start here, and I'll collect my yarn. Where's my yarn? Okay, so I'm going to chain 3. So there's 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to count that as the beginning of a treble crochet triple decrease. That's quite hard to say, so I'll show you to explain. So yarn over twice, insert your yarn into the chain space, yarn through once, yarn through twice. So now I've got 2 loops on my hook. Now I'm going to do in the next stitch, yarn over twice, and I'm going to go into the top of the puff stitch this time. Okay, pull yarn through once, yarn through twice. Now I've got 3 loops on my chain, so I'm going to do yarn through all 3 now, and I'm going to chain 2. So now I'm going to show you a pattern. So yarn over twice, into the same stitch, so into the top of the puff stitch, pull through, yarn through once, yarn through twice, 2 on the hook, yarn over twice, into your chain space this time, yarn through once, yarn through twice. It's always through twice. Now I've got 3. 1 more, yarn over twice, yarn through once, yarn through twice. So now I've got 4, and pull all the way through those 4, and now I've got 3, and now I've got 3 treble crochet together. So I'm going to show you one more. So chain 2, that's our chain space. Okay, yarn over twice, into the chain space, yarn over once, yarn over twice, 2 on the hook. Now once more, yarn over twice, through, yarn over once, yarn over twice, 3 on the hook. Last one, yarn over twice, into the top of the puff stitch, yarn over, yarn over. Okay, 4 on my hook all the way through. So that's twice. So here's your pattern. You're going to have 2 decreases between every puff stitch. So in total it's going to go all the way around, and you're going to have 16. And when you get into the end, you're going to slip stitch into the top of your first one. So far I've done 3. I've still got 13 more to go. If you're stuck at any point, remember there are photos on my website and the written instructions to show you all the way through. Here I finished row 3, and you can see I've got all my decreases all the way around, and our granny square is still very much a circle. So for round 4 we're going to turn this circle into a square. So I'm going to pick up my yarn with my new colour. So for this one I have gone back to terracotta. So we can pick up our yarn in any chain space, it doesn't matter which one. So I'll start here. So here's my first chain. and I'm going to chain 3, and that's going to count as my first double crochet. So here we go, chain 1, 2, 3. And in this first chain space, I'm going to have 3 double crochet. So here's my first double crochet, my second, and my third. So my first space has 3 double crochets. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do the same in the next chain space. So 3 double crochets, chain 1. Okay, so that's 2 sets. Now I'm going to do a final set in the next one. So 3 double crochets, chain 1. So here's my first side of my square. In the next stitch, I'm going to turn this square into a corner. So our stitches are going to change slightly. Just get some more yarn. Okay, so I've chained 1 from the previous set. Now I'm going to do 3 treble crochets. So yarn over twice, in through the yarn once, twice, 3 times. And I'm going to do that, so I've got 3 treble crochet in the corner. And here's my third. Okay, now for the corner, I'm going to chain 2. So here's my chain 2, and I'm going to do 3 more treble crochet in the same stitch. So here's my first, second, and third. And then I'm going to chain 1. Okay, so now you can see the corners starting to form. So here's our first side. So we have 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1. And then for our corner, we have 3 treble crochet, chain 2, 3 treble crochet, chain 1. So repeat this pattern 3 more times around your circle, and you will create your 4-cornered square. Okay guys, so here is my square after row 4, and now you can see she's got her 4 points and she's ready for her final row. So for this one I will be using my cream yarn, so I'll just find that. She's just run off. Okay, and your final row is really easy. It's single crochets all the way around, so you can attach your yarn at any point, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it here for this purpose. Just pop that in there, and I'll chain 1 to start off. Okay, so we're going to do single crochets all the way around. So in each stitch I will do a single crochet. And this last row, I like to tie in my tail over my single crochet, or under my single crochet. So single crochet in every single stitch. When you get to the corner, you don't need to do it into each one, you can do it into the chain space. And we're going to do single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into the chain space again, and that will keep that point in the corner of your square. And continue along, single crochet in all your stitches until you get to the other corner, and again in the chain space it'll be single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, so when it's finished it will look like this. And that's your flower puff granny square complete. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and it's been clear. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I do respond to every single comment that is sent, and I'm very grateful for all your remarks, sometimes advice, to help me improve my crochet channel. Also, if you would like to see the written instructions with photos, everything is below, written on my blog, for you to refer to if you don't want to watch the video again. Please subscribe if you've liked my video. I will be making 1 video a month with new free crochet patterns. If you have any ideas that you'd like, for example, okay, winter's coming soon, is it possible you could do a different type of scarf or a cup warmer? Send me a message, give me some ideas. If you have any ideas of what you would like me to design for you as a free crochet pattern, for example, you have some really nice cups but it's coming to winter and you want a cup warmer or a glasses case or another type of scarf, please send me a message with your ideas and I'll try and design whatever you particularly want to make at the moment. Okay guys, thank you again for your time. It's been really nice sharing my ideas with you and I hope to see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.